Okay, YouTubers, important video here. It's about the bad boy mowers. This is 2016 model, and it deals, this subject that I'm going to talk about deals specifically with the Kohler 700 series motor. They have some problems. They have some bad problems. I've been told through other guys I don't have the problem, but the valve covers have been leaking on a lot of different models. I keep a bunch of fuel filters around, and I trade them out about every year, about every other year. Now, I had a bad oil leak in this motor, and I could not find it. One of the problems was it was basically just leaking everywhere. But let me get down here. Okay, you can see the oil filter. Now, right where my finger is, I'll get up there, there's a grub screw, or a set screw. And them will back out and let all sorts of oil pressure out. Now, the last time I mowed, I backed it out and I heard some squirting noises. And I left the mower running, got out and come over here and looked. And right where my finger is, oil was just squirting out like crazy. I killed the motor before I had any damage. And I tightened that booger way down in there. Honestly, if it was taken out and wrapped with some Teflon thread, that would do better. But I had so much oil and crap, in there, I didn't know how I could do that. And another problem was this oil filter. The bypass had messed up inside it, and it was squirting oil out. I had it really tight in here, and it was squirting oil out past the seals. So I put a new oil filter on too, and that took care of all my oil problems. And for the last 2 mows, I've kept the same constant oil level in the motor. And another problem with these motors, Kohler quit making them in America, and of course this is a Chinese built one, and so that reflects upon that. But this, it sucks air in here and it goes through the motor to cool the motor. What they also do is they suck air in through here and they blow it into the damn air filter, which causes all sorts of problems. Now, I got an idea I'm going to try. I'm going to take an air conditioning filter and tape it down or lay it down on top of this to try to minimize the crap that's getting into the filter. Now, this is a regular style filter that has just a piece of foam around it, and it needs to have what I'm looking for to modify this air filter system is get one of them cyclone air filters, the kind that comes up into a canister, and that's what I'm trying to find to modify that, to make this motor live a long life. But I'm going to do that air filter thing on that section there. I've been doing a lot of cleaning on this thing after that oil spilt everywhere, and you could see that's a spot that it left in the yard that I found where it was leaking at, and I found this in time to keep my motor from blowing up. Also, these motors go through starters. That's my second or third starter. Hell, I can't remember anymore. I get them off eBay. You just got to get the right model number. And you can see there's a tag on the side of it. Get that model number when you order one. That starter solenoid right there, I got a higher rated amp one because the original one burned up. The original one was only designed for like around 30-40 amps. It wasn't much, and I stepped up to like a one that can handle 100 amps or better, and that's similar to a Ford. If you look at it closely, it looks like a Ford kind, and if you know how to rig them up, the Ford one will work. But that's a few things. I switched out spark plugs. There's one that's got like an iridium. The E3s will work good in these, and there's a kind that's got a smaller electrode. It's like an iridium style one that works good in these. It was a hot plug or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. It was from Champion, and it works really good in these motors. I get good mileage. I mow just a hair over 2 acres, and I don't use a quarter tank of fuel, and that's mowing flat out. But yeah, that's some of the problems with the motor. But if you guys check them screws, I thought I had a bottom main seal leaking there for a while, but I took care of that. I took care of a lot of hydraulic problems. That's a 5mm hose, and you need to switch that out onto your hydraulics because the original ones will die in about two years. And you can see I did a pigtail for a charger, and I leave it on charger when I'm not mowing, and that's how I can keep this thing going all the time. They come with interstate batteries, and it lasted about 3 years, and I had to get another one, so I'll keep it on charge all the time. But now you keep up your maintenance and other stuff like that. I change oil every year, clean the air filters once or twice a year, change out blades twice a year, do quite a bit of maintenance, and that's to keep this sucker alive, because I spent damn near $5,000 buying this thing, and I want it to be the last mower I ever buy. So that's why I'm really trying to look at a way to modify that air filter to make it better. But I'm going to try that air conditioning filter, and that hopefully will help out. Anyhow, I hope this video helps you guys out on that stuff, and y'all have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video.